All right, so this is the box that I want to upgrade the amplifier in, and we're going to put this thing in there. So let's open it up. And that's the wrong side. I know. I always get it wrong. I know that one side you open up, one side you don't. That side you don't. This thing's built upside down. That's the weird thing, is you have to work on it from the bottom side, which is kind of weird. Kind of strange. All right, so let's see if we can't. I think you have to take these off, if I remember right. Or will it pull out? Oh, I don't remember how you do this one. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. So we have, I don't know if you can see it well, but there's two amplifiers in here. And the one that goes to the bottom is not the good one. So this one is no good. See this one? No, this was the good one. It's the top one that's no good. Top one is, oh, there we go. So this is the noise source. The noise source is okay. It's got some copper foil on it. I have a video about that. Needed to keep it from leaking. And yeah, that little amplifier down there. Yeah, that makes sense. This one has a can. That one does not have a can. Yeah, that's the cheapo one. So we got to figure out where we can put this in there somewhere. So let me work on that. We'll see if we can't wedge this in there. Let's see, top one. Top one is that one. All right, so bottom one was good. This is the one that's no good. So. All right. All right, this is the one that didn't seem to be working very well. I'm going to test this outside of this box and see if it gives me the same ugly answers. It says it's 1 meg to 3 gigahertz, 20 dB. Yeah, it didn't really seem to work all that well, did it? Let's go ahead, put some leads on here, and we'll go over to the analyzer and see how this one does. All right, well, I have amplifier number 1 in here, and it doesn't look so bad. So, maybe the cabling is bad in the box. That wouldn't surprise me. There might be something funny with the cabling. But our return loss isn't great, but it's at about minus 15. It is wiggly, but at minus 15. And the gain is 20 dB, kind of droops down to maybe 16 dB at 1.3 gigahertz. And anyway, yeah, it doesn't look so bad here. Yeah, I'm going to pull out that other amplifier. We'll measure both of these, and then we'll figure out which ones we want to put back in. All right, I must have just remembered it wrong. This is the cheapy little amplifier, and yeah, it's looking really, really bad. The return loss is just terrible, up to minus 10, and it's starting to roll off its gain. Yeah, this is the bad one. So this one needs to go. The other one's okay. This one needs to go. Let's go ahead and look at the Smith chart down here. Yeah, it's pretty big. Let's go SWR. Yeah, it gets up to 2 to 1. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, don't want this one. Definitely don't want this one. So this one's going to go, and I'm going to put in that nice one. Let's go ahead and, just for completeness, we'll have all 3 on one video. So let's do the last one, and then we can compare them all apples and apples. Okay. All right, there we go. Have the mini circuits one in there now, and yeah, this one's looking really, really nice. It's really, really flat, 30 dB gain across to all megahertzes. And the bottom is the return loss, which is definitely very low now. And if we want to take a look at that on a Smith chart, it's a very tight little circle. And if we take a look at that with SWR, yeah, see it's way, way, way down there. So anyway, that one stays, the other one stays, the other one goes. All right, let's put them in. Okay, let's see where I can fit this one. I think he goes down on the bottom. And yeah, I can put him way down on the bottom. I'm going to connect him to these connections here because these are hard line coax, so they'll be the nicest. So he gets the best treatment. Yeah, let's take him off of this plate here. Don't need that anymore. Oh, warranty void if removed. Shall I remove the sticker? I don't think this is under warranty anymore. I don't think so. It's probably had a hard life. It's hard life. I better not sing, especially show tunes. I'm a instrument musician, not a singer. Although I have sung, believe it or not. I have sung on stage. Oh my God. Yeah, that was a long time ago. To be fair, it was bluegrass, so you don't have to sing very well. I know. I'm going to get a lot of hate comments from my bluegrass people. Yes, there are a lot of bluegrass people who sing really, really, really good. Really, 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 really well. I'm not one of them. Although my voice was probably better when I was young. All right. Yeah, I think I'll put one screw down in there. That'll hold it in place. Yeah, guess what? I got to take the other side off. Of course. All right. Let's get some longer screw. All right. Let's get this guy down in there. I'll need some way of holding him while I put him in there. Uh-oh. I missed. Oh, come on. What is going on? Oh, something's going on here. There we go. Oh, goodness. I can't hold on to anything this morning. Oh, great. There it is. All right. Nothing's cooperating today. Nothing is cooperating. So I'll use my new favorite pliers. There we go. It is in. Looks very professional. All right. Let's see it down in there, but down there, and it's bolted to the bottom, so it gets a little heat sink from the case. That'll be good. It does get warm. I accidentally left it on overnight. It does get warm. I didn't have any power going into it, so it'd be a lot warmer if it was outputting power. It does get a little warm. All right, so I don't know if you can see it, but these are hardline, and these are my homemade jobbers. I might replace those. I might be, well, we'll try them out first, see if they need replacing or not. So let me see if I can get that hardline down there to the correct angle. I think they are pretty close to where they need to be already. Use my ignition wrench. So before there was electric ignition, and there were little distributors and points and things like that that you needed to adjust, and you needed to buy a set of ignition wrenches. They sold little, I don't think you used all, you probably used one wrench out of the set. But you got yourself a set of ignition wrenches. And then you could work on ignitions. Nothing's adjustable these days. It's all in electronics. So now you have to buy a computer. I have one of those little code readers, and my neighbor asked me to come over and read the codes out of his car, and he had the engine light on, and turned out it was a smog related code, an evaporation system, and he was about to sell the car. He was about to trade it in on a new one. And the check engine light would have ruined his ability to sell it. So I cleared the code on it, and I said, cross your fingers, it probably won't come back. Because it happened at high altitude, and he's back down here at sea level, and I says, yeah, it probably won't come back. And it didn't. So he got his maximum value of trade-in. When they never give you any money for trade-ins, what, $3,000 or something? I don't know, not much. Okay, so that side's in. Code readers are kind of fun, though. I've got a cheapy one, although even the cheapy ones these days will read real-time data. You know, I can read throttle position and RPM and all of the sensors and everything. It's really quite amazing what you can get over the buses. It'll read all of the different buses, the CAN bus and the blah-de-blah-blah. I don't know what all the buses are in cars. I'm not a car guy. Last time I worked on cars was when I had my VW Bug. First car I ever owned, VW Volkswagen, and I immediately went out and bought the book for it. What was the name of that book? Shoot, I can't remember now. It was all had hand drawings in it, like pen and ink hand drawings on about how to maintain your Volkswagen. It was a real hippie book. Back in the days when I was a hippie. I don't think I ever qualify as a hippie, but I lived in hippie land, so I was hippie by default. I grew up in Humboldt County, and if anybody is familiar with marijuana, Humboldt Homegrown is a premier brand, and yeah, I am Humboldt Homegrown. I born and raised there. Oh, this is going to take a while. It's threaded on correctly, but I just can't spin it on by hand, so this is going to take a while. Damn it. Oh, it's well worth it. Having a beautiful amplifier in there. But now that marijuana is legal now in California, I guess it's something we can talk about. Back in the day, you couldn't. I remember making brownies back in the day. I never liked to smoke the stuff, but we made brownies. And remember, you could get a 1 ounce of tops for $10. So anybody who's gone out and bought it these days will be impressed with that. $10. Trick is to saute it with butter. Do not just throw it in brownie mix. Do not do that. Saute it. Saute it in butter. Treat it well. I haven't had any for a long, long time. Last time I had it was in Amsterdam. When I used to travel for Philips, I used to go into Amsterdam, and you could get brownies there. Space cake. They called it space cake. It is the perfect remedy for jet lag. Take it before you get on the plane. There's my tip for the day. Not this one. That's the bad one. Do not put that one in. Bad, bad, bad. This is the one. So if we can't find room for him in here. I guess he'll fit in there. I might need to see. Oh, this is all ground in the back, so I didn't need to worry about anything shorting out. So that's good. All right. I can just put this in. Humboldt homegrown. Now it's all commercialized. Now it's all big business. Money. Quite dangerous up there now. I think I mentioned once before, you used to go out into the areas where you knew the pot fields were, and there'd be I remember taking a ride out there once, just sightseeing, because it's a beautiful spot, and there was a guy on a dirt bike with a 30-06 rifle slung to the side of the dirt bike with binoculars, watching me make my every move, making sure I did not get out of my vehicle. So that's the way it used to be. Here it's even more dangerous now. They actually had a Netflix series on it? Something about the dangerous mountain, something mountain. Like more people have disappeared there from missing persons list. If you look at the missing persons list in California, there are more unsolved missing persons per square mile or something from this one little tiny place that's just in the podunk, nothing little area of this podunk little place. And yeah, the only thing there are growers, and growers get migrant workers. Migrant workers in the pot industry is like hippies, right? So it's like, yeah, they get hippies for the season to come in and cultivate. And a lot of those people go missing. So there you go. Not a good job. Not a good job to take. There we go. Got the thread started. Do not cross-thread your SMAs. You will not be a happy camper. Oh, how did I get onto pot farming? I don't know. Of course, all the money flows out of those areas. None of it goes into the community. There's no betterment of society in those towns due to the pot farming, because all the money goes someplace else. All right, so here is our plus 12. And I'm not quite sure where ground is. Ground just might be there automatically. Yeah, I think ground just goes through the coaxes, so I think we don't need to wire that one up. Yeah. I'm going to tin. I think I'm going to tin these wires. They're braided wires. I think. Everybody was worried that California would go nuts after they legalized marijuana, and I can tell you there has been zero impact. Zero. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. Yep. Nothing happened. There was a reporter who wanted to catch the scoop, and he went to a dispensary in Berkeley on the opening day when it became legalized. And he got there early so he could watch this long line of people. And nobody showed up. It's like, yeah, like any other day. Go away. Nothing happened, nothing to see here. That was funny. Okay, there we go, 12 volts. And I don't think I need this wire. I think I'll just tuck that in there. I think we are ready to go. Will the top fit on that thing sticking out? Might be kind of sticking up now. I need to push this forward. I think I need to lay this down. Oops, there we go. There, that's better. Yeah, that's going to work. I will test it first before I button it up. I will test it first. And we will see what we will see. All right. All right, so the issue here is that I have really nice hard line with nice BNC connectors on the front panel. And my other solution was to have really nice SMA with semi-rigid, but then I didn't have a good way of connecting it here. So it was just done this way, where I had a, can you see that? Let me zoom in a little further. Where I just had a ring on the BNC and then the center. So this works okay at audio frequencies, but not RF frequencies. So I was getting a really bad mismatch here. So I need to get rid of that. So that was my bad. I thought I could get away with it. I guess I couldn't. So what we're going to do is, I have some of these in the junk bin. So these look like they're pretty nicely terminated BNCs with some coax on the end. And they came over just some little things over there. So why don't we just snip those off? So I'm going to snip those off, and I'm going to try to put it on an SMA and keep intact the coaxialness of it. And that should be a whole lot better. I will make one of these up and we'll test it on the VNA first. Make sure that the cable itself is good to go. And then we can put it inside the instrument. I will need to drill out the holes to fit these guys here, but yeah, there you go. Let's keep these together. I should probably keep the little ring on them together also. So whenever you put things away in your junk bin, try to keep all the mounting hardware with it, because that's oftentimes the hardest stuff to find. So we will keep this together. And that's not on camera. Sorry about that. This together. All right, so hopefully this has some nice impedance to it. I don't know for sure, but I don't know why anybody would use anything but 50 ohm coax. So, like I said, let me make one of these. We'll test it, make sure it is 50 ohms all the way through, and we have a good cable up to 1.5 gigahertz. Give it a try. All right, so I've taken the little BNC thing here. It has a cable attached to it already, so I think the RF is going to be good at the BNC. Now I need to attach an SMA. So here's some pictures of me attaching the SMA, It requires you to strip things back, make sure there's no shorts, put the pin on, shove the pin in the connector, and then solder the connector on. And then when you solder the connector on, make sure you don't melt the melt the coax. Hopefully it's robust enough that you can quickly go in and get a good solder joint without melting everything and shorting it all out. Anyway, so let's go ahead and test it out here. I have it attached, so the additional coax length is making the Smith chart go round and round and round. And let's put a 50 ohm load on the end of this thing, and boom, there we are at 50 ohms. So we have a 50 ohm cable, we have a 50 ohm load, and that little spiral is due to the extra length of coax here. And yeah, I think it's going to be just fine. So I'm going to build another one, and we will attach that and hope for the best. Certainly better than what I had. All right, I gave up. I didn't give up. I made a decision. There you go. I made a decision that for a lab grade, lab bench amplifier, the other one was just not making it. I was just not happy with it, and I would be, you know, I might forget, and I might use it for something critical, and it's just not up to snuff. So I went ahead and I just left it off until I find another one. I might find another one on eBay that I really like. I would really like to have maybe a 10 dB amplifier on the top. It's nice having a 30 dB, but having a bigger range, having be a 10 dB here and a 30 dB here, would be maybe more usable. So if I can find a really nice 10 dB amplifier to put here, I will. But until then, I'm going to leave it blank. I'm very, very happy with this one, and my noise source I use all the time. If you haven't seen this before, if I have this over here, it turns on the noise source, and I flip it over here, it turns on the amplifier. So, yep, there we go. I'm going to leave it that way until another day.